today. From Portland, Oregon, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
Defensive miscues like that, and they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up, but obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Wilson.
Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Wilson will throw again. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, I'm quite sure that they envision a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, Very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going at the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
They find some open field here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively at second down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And his throw here's incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
To throw on third down, Dixon. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Randy Gregory coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this will remain a one-touchdown game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams.
Down to about the 32.
The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 15 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
On second down, Williams. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On third down, Wilson flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So fourth down, Wilson goes to the sidelines, and on comes Jason Myers for the field goal try. Myers' kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too? Because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Back to throw. Dixon.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cover. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line. 21 yards there on third down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, Swift.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthinking. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. This is Swift on the counter.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Once again, it's Swift.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's in.
Touchdown! Mike Gesicki, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now it's Wilson. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw is Wilson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sand. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It'll be a 41-yard punt, giving 5 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now to this point.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Going for the deep ball.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught by Watkins.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
They'll look to throw again. Buying time to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield, try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
And we get another look now at this Broncos offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Williams running left. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Flush to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts.
He's got a man complete, and all the way in for the touchdown.
Quez Watkins, 75 yards. And the Snowhawks are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Dancing to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Sutton. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Play action. It's Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Throwing on first down. Dixon. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Touchdown!
Quez Watkins
with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Snowhawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. One will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll start by heading out west, State Farm Stadium in Glendale. And it's the Cardinals who are out in front as that game draws closer to halftime. James Conner, a big game. 2 touchdowns there. From there, we fly over the Central Valley and up to Santa Clara to check on the Niners at home at Levi's Stadium. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. 3 touchdown passes there for Trey Lance. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. Trevor Lawrence, over 300 yards through the air with a touchdown pass as well. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And the Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter play. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Denver's offense now set to go. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Wilson. Escaping the... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Portland's offense now about set to take over. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
on 1st and 10. Dixon. Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Dixon. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. Touchdown! Mike Gesicki. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Snowhawks are pouring it on. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Denver's offense ready to go again. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6, just inside the 30. A give to Williams, running right. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been...
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A good return there, 17 yards. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Dixon. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. Touchdown! Quez Watkins, 37 yards. And the Snowhawks get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On first down, Wilson.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down. They give it to Williams, running right. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47.
44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Now Wilson on first down.
He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Wilson.
Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
10 more there and another first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Javonte Williams, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Myers connects on the PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Portland's offense now about set to take over. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Being chased out left.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dixon. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still...
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
DeAndre Swift
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Snowhawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, but it's going to be 2nd down. Now Wilson.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Jeudy.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Broncos on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
46, Mike, 46.
To throw on 2nd down. Dixon going deep here for Watkins. And got his man complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, and they're able to get this one across the 35.
A couple of veterans, Wilson to Sutton there for the Bronco first.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he will have a Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Play action. Now Wilson.
And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson.
Got a man. It's Judy, complete. He's going to have the first down and more than that.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Throwing is Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Desmond King picks it.
Well, my goodness, CD, I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball, but for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well,
Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the home team here,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Denver, the